And then says, as the thought conceives, the project imposes the solid I am, what if that is the real? So if that is the real, that I could exist as the owner of the body, feeling, thought, and I am something independent, like me and my body, like me and my car. So then this says, if there is, then that I is independent from the body, this must be like, either like a mountain, aggregates, like aggregates, body, feeling, thought, emotions, perceptions are the 5 aggregates possessed by the self, I am. Now there are so many aggregates that possessed by one thing, the solid, concrete existing. So then is it really like, can you imagine like there's a big mountain and all the trees and the animals, kind of attached to the mountain. So by cutting each of the trees, the mountains remain still. So if in this way, this I am existing, what's that? When the body dies, I still, intact. I should stay, exist in, without dying. If your emotional change, so me is always there. So if, I am like that, so maybe, when you throw this, when you cut the one tree, the mountain has no change, So what if someone pinch on your body, your head, you may not be filled. It's the body, If you are one emotional sense of, like you have a sense of friendship with one person, and that person becomes enemy. So the sense of friendship is gone. So are you still remain independent for the sense of freedom? So so there's some kind of, in this, so the self of the person and aggregate is not like a mountain and the trees. So in this way, there are not two different things. Not the mountain and the trees are like apple and orange. And then it says, so if there is some kind of self in the person that existing, and where he stays, where that I locate, where that I locate, inside the body, inside the perceptions. So inside, what if the I, the self person is, dwell or located in the inside the body? So then, is it like a tiger in the forest, right? So the tiger can, anytime he can leave that forest, but he can come back. Can you do that? You just stays with body and go out from the body and come back again. So there is no such person like that. So, so this, which means, there is no me that independent or different from, remain different from the 5 aggregates. If not different, only one thing is left, one option has left is maybe one. Right? So no different, that means 2 or 1, right? So you heard number 2 or you heard number 1. So there are 2 options. If 1, and then there are the problems, because if you are the body, so the body is the collection of the elements. First, can you say, are you one with your meat, flesh, bones, moistures, the heats, can you find yourself one with this? So if you are not one with this body, you are not one with this body, and of course you are not one with eye consciousness, air consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, mental consciousness. So you are not one and you are not different.